Only on 10 TV this morning, Columbus Children's Theater returns to the stage this weekend with their take on a heartwarming musical that explores mental health and the love that holds one family together. Photojournalist Bram Falk has a preview of CCT's Next to Normal.
Next to Normal is a really incredible show. We are doing it with Columbus Children's Theater, although it's definitely not a children's show. It's more PG-13 and up. It deals with a lot of really heavy kind of content, but it's a really beautiful story about a family who's just a bit dysfunctional and kind of learning how to navigate each other and all their quirks and things that they love about each other and still remain supportive despite all their troubles. Next to Normal is a rock score at base, so it's pop and rock for sure. You're going to have some people belting and melting your face off, and then 5 minutes later you might be in tears. So it's really this incredible score, a Pulitzer Prize winning show for a reason. It's really well written and it hits home, but it's also just so beautiful and touching.
There's harmony, logic, you listen to these. You don't hear his doubts or his debts or disease. You scan through the score and put fingers on keys, and you play. You play till it's perfect, you play till you ache. You play till the strings or your fingernails break.
Anybody who's ever dealt with any mental health concerns, I think they're definitely going to get a lot from this show. They're going to see themselves on stage reflected, as well as their friends and family, and see how they can all support each other. I've always been really drawn to Next to Normal because it was the first show I ever saw on Broadway, and it always meant a whole lot to me to see a piece that wasn't all, you know, sparkly jazz hands. It was actually some very real grounded material, and so I really feel like I see myself in that. When I went to college, I sort of found myself getting a little depressed and sort of figuring out things with life being as stressful as it is. And so I've always sort of found myself in Diana, and I always knew if I got the chance to play her that I would just, you know, really grasp onto that role.
Seems my wild days are past.
I played her in 2018, and this is the first time I've ever done a role for the second time, so I was curious how that would, you know, pan out. It's really interesting to see Rachel from 2018 and Rachel from now, and the experiences that have happened in between have really changed my interpretation of this role, as well as just the material itself really hits home for me. And I'm not scared to talk about my mental health or anything like that. I am on antidepressants, and honestly, it's been one of the best choices I've ever made for myself. And taking this material at a time that I felt a whole lot of turmoil versus now, which things are stressful, but I am like medicated. I feel like I can handle life a lot better. I feel like I can understand this role a lot better, and just in general to want to advocate for people and their mental health and to say, you're not alone, absolutely, and that we all need to be talking and feel free to express with each other how we're feeling.
Columbus Children's Theater's Next to Normal runs through November 10th. For more information, including tickets and showtimes, visit the featured links section of our website at 10tv.com.